Alright, I got my CinDwood S-shaped looms in the mail today. This one is the smallest one you can get, and this one is actually, you can choose. You can actually decide what gauge you want the pegs to be, and what that means is how close or how far they are. This is the smaller, so these ones have a 1/2 inch spacing between the pegs. You can get the 5/8 inch spacing between the pegs too, which honestly the 5/8 inch spacing is more what I would use, just because it's just so much easier to wrap. Now when you get it, you get to choose what color you want the pegs. As you can see, this one, the pegs that are marked are blue, and I got a hook here, and it came with a little wedge that you can just push down in there if you're doing different patterns. If you want to do footies or socks or gloves or something like that. And you get a yarn guide. Now this yarn guide, it appears to be a little, for the 5/8, for the 1/2 inch one, the yarn guide's it looks a little small, but we'll try it out here and see. And it looks a little larger than what you'd want, but we are going to try it out, because I'm also going to show you why these pegs are marked, which every S-loom I get, this is the only S-loom you can buy that already comes marked to do this, which is awesome, because not everybody wants to go online and just figure it out themselves. So, or figure it out themselves. This is marked only to do the figure 8 stitch. Now I will do separate videos for each of the, the looms come in 3 sizes and 2 different gauges. I got 3 of the looms, and I got 2 of them in the 1/2 inch and 1 of them in the 5/8 inch. But I will show you how to mark these to do a rib stitch as well. I just haven't done that yet. Okay, so we are doing a figure 8 stitch. Okay, this is working. Now a figure 8. Okay, now as long as you angle back. Okay, well, I was using a scrap piece of yarn and didn't have enough to go all the way to the end, but this gives you an idea. I'll zoom up close, of how you wrap this. And this is a figure 8 stitch wrap, which if I didn't show it good enough, I've got other videos that show it. All you got to know is that these pegs that are marked, you don't wrap those. That's the whole concept behind it. That just gives you a completely different way that you can use this loom, so that you can make plush flat panels that will not curl at all. And this looks like, if you did a figure 8 stitch on this, it looks like that make a perfect size for a baby blanket. So I might call this just the baby item S-loom. I don't know. Anyway, this is a really cool loom, and I love the fact that they go ahead and mark the pegs for you. And I will do a separate video and show you how this is called rake knitting or double knitting. I've heard it called both. It just means I'm using both sides like this instead of just going in a flat panel on one side. So the only tip I would have is, if you get this loom in the 1/2 inch size, just use a regular straw as your tensioner instead of the enclosed tensioner, which this tensioner, it's basically just a pin casing. Like, look, you can even see the bick on there. So that's all it is just a pin casing with their name and information on it. But really, that's perfect. That's all you need. You don't need to go out and buy expensive tensioners. If you end up losing yours, take a big pen, take a note from them, and just tear apart a big pen. Alright, thank you for watching.